They can't keep getting away with this. They can't keep getting away with it. Oh yeah, a lot of people are not gonna like this episode. If you thought episode 3 was a controversial episode, just wait until you watch episode 7 of The Acolyte, because this might just be the most controversial Star Wars episode in television history. But I'm not gonna hold you, I still had some fun with this episode. I mean, I knew they weren't gonna introduce a fucking Jedi Wookiee and not have him kick some ass. But we got some cool action scenes, some crazy reveals in this episode, and me and you, we gotta talk about it. I am gonna be recapping the entire episode, so if you're not trying to be spoiled, make sure you drop a like, follow, but come back later, because I do need to hear your thoughts. Boom, another flashback episode. This one's much needed, as it's Sol telling May everything that happened that dreadful night 16 years ago. We learned that the fumbling foursome were on Brendok looking for signs of virgin, because all of a sudden it had forms of life. Torben over here fucking up the vibe, saying he wants to go home. But when he said, I'm trying to find out if what we're doing here is important, I couldn't help but laugh. And we learned that Sol stumbled upon the twins, so he wasn't being a ditty. And we see some of the events from episode 3 from his perspective. Side note, I just love shit like this in Star Wars. We get that scene of the Jedi confronting the witches. Turns out Mother Anasaina corrupted Torben's mind into wanting to go home even more. But one of the craziest reveals is that Sol helped Osha cheat on her test. Bro, that's basically kidnapping. And it turns out the council said no to bringing the twins. I do really like the complexity of Sol's character, because like he just wants what's best for the kids, but I think he's just going about it all the wrong ways. They took blood samples of the twins and find out that they're not twins. They're the same fucking consciousness split into two different people due to the versions. We also learned that it was Mother Corriel who stirs up May and being all pissed and shit. And it turns out that May just tried to burn Osha's book and started the fire by accident. But shit hits the fan when the Jedi pull up. And for a second, I thought communication was gonna be the big winner until May pulls up and then Anasaina decides to turn into a fucking witch ghost. But Sol fucking kills her. Oh nah. And she reveals to Sol that she was gonna let Osha go with them because that's what she wanted. Damn, I just realized this is the twins' Uncle Ben moment. Look, nothing but respect to the child actors are doing their best, but this crying scene just did not hit me. As May runs off, Mother Corriel's pissed and tries fighting Sol, but he's just dodging her with his fucking aura. He's like, what have I done? That's when Endara and Kalnaka pull up, and Mother Corriel does the ghost witch thing and possesses Kalnaka. And I guess all the other witches are like in seance together helping her. Excuse me, man, you could use some moisturizer with some hydrochloric acid. But I'm not gonna hold you, this fight scene was kind of dope. Kalnaka was airborne, he was looking like Air Jordan. The choreography and wire work was going crazy. I was unfamiliar with your game. Fucking force pushing people around and shit, choking the shit out of Torben. He's the one who gave him the scar. And he was about to off Torben too. Luckily Sol was there, and look at my dog. He trying to get up there with the real Sol. This is some Matrix shit. But luckily Endara pulls up, Black Widow's Kalnaka to the ground, and was able to perform a force exorcism. This man was literally fighting demons, witches. All the witches passed out, so that explains why none of them had like wounds on them. But even crazy, we learned that Sol chose between May and Osha. He was holding both halves of the bridge up and was like, I'm gonna go with the nice one. But that's just like crazy for a Jedi to do. And all the Jedi decide to maintain the lie and say it was May's fault. Listen, May, I ain't mad at everything you did. Justified. I know that sounded like a super positive review, but honestly, outside of the action scenes and some of the really cool reveals, I feel like a lot of this was really obvious. Writing, dialogue, and performances are not that great. And overall, I'm hoping the finale is good, but I don't think it's gonna be strong enough for me to end up liking the series. Shout out Master Sol though. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and as always, like and follow for more.